Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Get played. Oh, now. Anyways, stop black and white thinking. Now, there's probably a couple things that's wrong with you if you started on this video. Are you diagnosed? Probably not, but you might be ADHD, autistic, or just weird. You need to stop black and white thinking. I bet you're narcissistic as well. That's another characteristic of a black and white thinker. And you could be a mix of anything. I would say that anyone can be guilty of this, is being too stuck in your ways. You're too stuck in your ways on how you think about the world. You don't really have an open mind, do you? See, that's what we're trying to get out of today. So how do you get out of black and white thinking? Well, I want you to start surrounding yourself with people that you do not agree with whatsoever. And you'll start to see that they have a point. Now, you might be still right, you know, whether it's politically or religiously or whatever, you might be right. Your thing might be like 90% right. But their 10% that they have going for them, I think you should listen to. First of all, it's going to allow you to make your points better, which is a good thing. Secondly, when it comes time to, you know, your understanding of something, you're not going to go, well, it's just because it's true. No, it's not because it's true. It's because of this. You're going to be actually stronger in your beliefs if you listen to other people. If you don't listen to other people, you're just kind of do your own thing. Just kind of think your own way, and you won't really believe in it. If someone questions you on it, you just kind of give up halfway. So I think it's important to establish what you believe in. And the best way to do that is to argue with people. So I think you should be more disagreeable. And I think you should... Hang on, I got it. I see. I know. Dang. I'm trying to get over to this lane. But I think you should start arguing with your friends. Or not arguing, but really just disagreeing with them. And going, hey, I think that... You know, I think I believe in this. Well, okay, well, I believe in this. Well, why do you believe in that? Well, because I think that in order to establish this directive, the most positive outcome, I think that this would be the best option. In politics, that's one way of thinking. In politics, you have two parties, Republican and Democrat. And I'm not going to get political. Quite honestly, I don't like either party in particular. I think that extremists on both sides are problematic. I think that being centered is important. I also think that having two parties of completely opposing ideology is so stupid. We really do need to have a third party. The problem is nothing would get done. And we do have third party, but really they're just a bunch of crazies, and they don't really mean anything, and they don't rile people up enough to make it count. So I understand that there's two philosophies with Democrat versus Republican. And a lot of this is subjective. But from my experience, I think that Republicans on one side are very much middle class based. They're very much forward focused on middle class and higher class based, trying to reduce taxes and to financially, you know, make taxes a lot cheaper, have a lot more freedom in terms of, you know, gun control and things like that, where the Democratic Party on the left side is saying that we should limit guns a lot more, and, you know, we should have freedom of choice in our bodies. Wait a minute. That's a discrepancy. See, we have one party that's, you know, let's be real. Republicans are technically Christian, right? They're very much forward-focused on Christianity and values. But then they say freedom. So they say we're freedom, you know, freedom of expression, freedom of thought, freedom of speech, you know, freedom of whatever you want to do. But when it comes to abortion, no, you can't do that. Okay, well, we have a discrepancy here. You know, because your religion says no on abortion, and Then you have a Democratic Party, you know, they're a little bit more open, progressive, and things like that. And they say freedom of your body. And also, you know, you should probably not say transphobe or whatever, and you should probably, you know, you should probably call people by the pronouns that they want. Well, that's not really freedom of speech, because then you're being delegated on what you say. But also, you have to think, we used to say the N-word. Well, not me. I'm German, so I was on the other side. But don't worry, I don't do that. I'm German, Irish, and Polish. So I'm part of the good guys, I swear. The point is that, you know, we used to do a lot of bad things in the United States, as well as, you know, with the Native Americans. We used to say the N-word, I presume. Some people still say it. I don't know why. I've never gotten the inkling to say it, ever, out of anger or anything like that. That's crazy. But some people say it. And some people used to say it a lot more. But now we've societally come together and said, hey, we probably shouldn't say that as much anymore. Now, you still have people that say it, and honestly, it kind of irks me every time I hear it, because it was a demeaning word. And that's fine if you want to say it. That's cool. But maybe you shouldn't. I think you shouldn't now. I think we should move past it. I think the thing is with freedom of speech is that we should change over time in society, but we shouldn't change our laws over time. I think freedom of speech is important. I think hate speech, hating on someone else, is bad. I think that can be constituted as harassment. But I think there's a fine line in there before... You have to understand the difference between hate speech and just being a hater. There's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of angry people in the world. There's a lot of grumpy people in the world. And you can't exactly throw a grumpy person into cuffs for saying what they think. Are they a bad person? Should you not associate yourselves with them? Yes. But I think throwing someone in jail for something that they said that is... Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, they're a piece of garbage for saying it. But why don't we just ostracize them as a person? I don't think we should stick them in a jail cell for saying something diabolical. I think they should just be punished for it socially, but not in the eyes of the law. Now, there's certain things that we've definitely done over the course of time for safety reasons. You don't yell fire in a theater. You know, a movie theater. Well, why is that? Well, I really couldn't tell you, honestly. All I know is that introduces panic, and then, you know, you're watching a movie and there's probably not a real fire, so, you know, maybe that avoids pranks, is saying, hey, don't pull any pranks in the movie theater. We've got 500 people in here, and if you institute panic, that's a problem. So I understand where that's coming from. Now, that being said, what are we getting back to? Black and white thinking. I think you should be more accountable. I think that you should have more self-awareness. So, you have to take accountability for your actions and also your words. How you're thinking as well. See, maybe you've thought a certain way in the past, and, you know, I'm trying to change my mindset myself. So in the past, I was very nihilistic. I was very glass half full kind of person. And I thought that I was better than everyone else. And I thought that I was smarter than everyone else. But in actuality, if you really think about it, your intelligence means nothing in this world. Your raw talent or genius, if you want to call it, means nothing. People don't care. People don't care because we're social creatures. And you don't know everything about every single person's job in the world. And you don't know all the information in the world. Which means that you are dispensable. At whatever power that you're at right now, someone can take your place. Someone has to take your place. Because guess what? When you die, and you're the CEO of, you know, some crazy, huge company, CEO of BlackRock, guess what? Somebody's got to take your place. So somebody's got to either do a better job than you or do as good of a job as you. But when you go, somebody else is taking over. So you're not just some magical person that is the only person that can do that. Are you really good at it? Yeah. Are you better than most? Probably, yeah. But you're not the best. And there's really never such thing as the best. There's always someone better. It's just a matter of finding them. You're not going to get fired tomorrow just because, oh, someone's better than you. No. But just know that if you got fired for another reason, someone would find a spot to fill. Someone would fill your spot. So understand that you are dispensable. And anything can happen at any time. And it's really coming to terms with your own mortality, too. Is that, yes, you will die. Yes, you could get fired. Yes, you could get laid off from your job. So understand that nothing is perfect. Nothing is black and white. There is no such thing as I'm perfect at my job, so as I'm good at my job, I will get a promotion and I'll get a raise every year, and then, you know, slowly over time, I'll just do so well that my bosses will have to give me a good raise or a good promotion. No, it takes leverage, it takes power, it takes, you know, it takes determination. It takes a little bit of disagreeableness to say, hey, yeah, I've been here for 5 years, and all I've gotten is a raise every year of 30 cents an hour. I've done everything you've asked. I've also asked 3 times a year for the last 5 years, how can I do more? How can I have more responsibilities? I think it's time that I push on to another part of the company. I think I need to transfer out to another department if you're not going to be able to move me up within this facility. I need a way to grow. I don't want to stagnate on this rung of the ladder, this step of the stairs. I'm stuck here. And while I'm not moving, there's so many steps that I'm missing out on. You see, that's the thought process that you need to have. And don't go out of your way to be a disagreeable person to the point where you're an insufferable individual to be around. No. Nothing like that. I know people like that. You don't want to be like that. But you also don't want to be an agreeable person to the point where you are so pushed around that you are on the floor at all times, kissing the dirt. People just throwing you around, and you say, yeah, I can take it. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. Let me wipe this dirt off my face. Thank you. Thank you, as they shove your face into the dirt over and over again. And you really don't care because you think the dirt is sand. It's not fun. You don't want sand in your hair, do you? And guess what? That sand is dirty. It's dirty. It is not just sand. There's a bunch of stuff in that sand. There's a bunch of rocks and stuff that's messing up your face. You're going to get acne from it. You don't want that. That's not fun. So stop playing like it's play sand. It's not play sand. It's beach sand. There's a bunch of algae in it. So yeah. But I've met a lot of people in my life that have that black and white thinking. A lot of people that are autistic, a lot of people that are factual, and those tend to be really smart people. I've met a lot of smart people in my life. That black and white thinking, the ADHD that comes with that, you know, the narcissistic people that believe in black and white. There's a lot of people that can't even see from your point of view. They can't see themselves in your shoes. So what do? They play the blame game. They say, well, why didn't you do that? Well, because I wasn't taught. Well, you should know this. You've been here forever. Okay, but I wasn't taught that. I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want to let you know that I wasn't taught. Can you please teach me? Okay, but you should know this already. Okay, we established that. We established that I wasn't taught this. Now, are you going to teach me? Well, gosh, fine, I'll send something to you. Okay, so you're still not teaching me, you're just copy and pasting something that someone already sent me. Okay. Now, that education refresher, I've gotten that before. I reference that every single day when I clock into work. Thank you for giving that to me. But it's also contradicting what you just said to me. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really not trying to be a jerk, you know? I'm not trying to be condescending. I just have a question. It's not a personal attack. Stop acting like it is. Not everything is about you. And that's what narcissists do, and I think I understand why. See, you think that the world is centered around you. And maybe you don't really think it in your head consciously, but subconsciously, you think that everyone is either nice to you and likes you, is nice to you and hates you, or slightly rude to you because, you know, they just don't like you, or they ask questions and they want follow-up from you, and you take that as pushback, and you think that pushback is synonymous with hating you. So you feel like it's a personal attack, but quite honestly, it's not a personal attack at all. I'm not personally attacking you. I'm simply asking a question. I have the best intentions with you, and I promise that this isn't a personal attack. First of all, that's petty. Second of all, even if I ever did do that in the past, first of all, rise above it. Rise above me. Second of all, I don't do that anymore. I used to do that a little bit more. I try not to, but I did used to do that a little bit. Or I used to do that a little bit. And I wouldn't really jab people. I would just, subconsciously, I think my intentions were to get a rise out of someone. I was taught that very well by my dad, and I try to get out of that mindset. That being said, now, all of the questions that I have for people are from a place of compassion, empathy, and quality learning. I am present in the conversation, and I want to know what's going on. So, when I ask you a question, it's not out of incompetence, or I'm not being stupid for asking you a question. I've always asked good questions. And I've always asked questions that even though I know the answer to, I ask a follow-up question because I know, first of all, I want a paper trail saying that you said that this is what's going on. Second of all, I want you to feel smarter than me. I think that's very good knowledge to have, is to make you feel smarter than me, just to stroke your ego a little bit so you keep your narcissistic tendencies down. Also, that means that if you think you're smarter than me, then I can surprise you. It's not really a manipulation tactic. It's simply keeping my responsibilities low so that I can surprise my managers. Also, it's saying that I'm at this level of education and I require more. So anything above this level, you should teach me. So don't just assume that I know everything, because I don't. That's why I ask good questions. I want people to understand that I don't know everything, and I'm not trying to put on a show like that. I could go about my life truly going around thinking, oh yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, oh okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you didn't know that? Okay, well, actually, it's this way. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's stupid. Or you could go around, be humble, which is a good quality to have. People like humble people. People don't like stupid people. No. Don't be stupid. Be humble. It means keep your mouth shut, ask questions, and say, I don't understand, but let me get back to you on that. And that's what I do. Now, does everyone take that as being humble? No. Some people are so far up their, you know what, that they can't even fathom that someone is asking them a genuine question without thinking it's a personal attack. And I'm sorry you feel that way. I think it's really sad, honestly. But you can't fix everybody. And I can't go out of my way to tell you this without sounding like a terrible therapist that has the worst intentions. So I'm not trying to be a jerk to you. I'm not trying to try to therapist you or anything like that. I genuinely, I'm trying to make sure that I am performing at the best of my abilities and I have the best relationship with you possible as a coworker. And I also want to keep an open mind for myself, and I want to hopefully open others' minds to the possibilities. I've always been a creative thinker. I'm not very good at art, but I am very good at problem solving. And part of that stems from the ability to have an open mind and to think about other options. To see things from two sides of view, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. I think that if you always think from just, well, this is the answer, you're not going to get very far in life. I'm sorry for this camera dropping here. So, I suggest to you that you reflect on your past and you start to think, okay, when have I thought a certain way when I really should have thought a different way? When you wake up in the morning, I think you should go, yeah, I gotta go to work today. Yeah, it's another day. It's a Monday. Ooh. But you should also go, today's a good day. You need to self-actualize a good day. Because it works. I did it today. I've got 2 months left of my master's classes and then I'm done. I'm going to the gym again after being sick for about a week. And I didn't lose too much of my chest day. I also have some great food at home. And, oh man, I would kill for some donuts right now. I'm in this phase right now where I'm kind of... Damn it. I'm in this phase of maintaining my muscle, trying to gain muscle, but also at the same time, I'm also trying to add on mass, but also not lose or not gain too much fat because I already got 10 pounds of fat on me. But I also don't want to be skinny, and if I cut too much, then it'd be a waste and I'd be losing muscle. So I'm in this phase right now where I just try to eat healthy, maintain. Damn it. Fuck. I'm just trying to this air is so dry. I need a cough drop. But damn. Hey, this is me right here. I keep this real. But I'm just trying to, you know, do the best I can and work through everything. But anyways, I'll catch y'all later. You have a good one.